SK Vibemaker.
SK Vibemaker, Rinse FM, my interviews are hotter, and today we got Toosii in the virtual room. It looked like he's sitting in his car, he's drinking on something, man. What are you sipping on today?
Oh yeah, I got my sweet tea, man. I live in the country, man. So I got my phone. I'm drinking sweet tea, man. Listen, if you ever had sweet tea?
I haven't had sweet tea, man. I got a sweet tooth, but I try to stay away from the sweet stuff, man. Break it down to all those that need to know what it is.
You listen, sweet tea is just tea with sugar in it. You know what I mean? And it's the best drink ever. It's all.
Don't that have you feeling hyperactive and bouncing off the walls afterwards, though?
Nah. It ain't like that. It ain't that crazy. It's good though. It's like juice. It's just juice.
Jeez, you have had like quite a rise over the last 3 years, man. How would you break it down to some of your new listeners? How your career has risen over the last 3 years?
Man, listen. When I first started off, I didn't expect all of this to happen this fast. I mean, I definitely didn't expect everything to happen this fast. But over the 3 years, like we definitely done made it happen. Like it's a lot different. It's a lot to take on, and everybody ain't. You know, that's something that's not for everybody, but it happened.
I mean, like, how have you taken to the music industry though? Because from the outside, it seems quite different to the inside. Has it been quite different from when you stepped into the music game to what you believed beforehand?
Honestly, I treat the music industry like like how I treat life. Like I don't go out and I don't try to meet too many friends. I don't like try to meet people. It's nice to network with artists and stuff like that. But, if we ain't really got a vibe, like if you come around and we don't got a vibe and stuff like that, it ain't really my thing, So, I mean, it's what I expected, though, for sure.
Straight up. Now, let's talk about your track, What It Costs. I mean, this is quite... you spoke about where you was to where you are now, which is like a rags to riches story. You were homeless before. How triumphant was it coming back from being homeless? Did you feel like it was going to be like, that was going to be life, or, how triumphant does it feel coming back from that?
The rain don't last long. I mean, it's all a process, you got to know where you headed. It's not about where you headed. It's all about where you headed. You know what I mean? So the rain don't last long. It felt good. It felt triumphant, but I knew it was gonna happen.
I mean, what were some of the key parts to getting back from that, though, man? Because that's a real slippery slope, man. If you're homeless, it's kind of like rock bottom. How did you get out of that situation with your family?
Manifestation. Manifestation is a thing. The tongue, a powerful thing. Like I always used to tell myself stuff was gonna happen. So that was the biggest part. Like telling myself stuff was gonna happen.
Are you deep into praying and spirituality and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. I pray when I get in the car. I pray when I leave the house. I pray when I'm at the house. I pray. You might catch me just sit here. I might close my eyes real quick, pray a little bit, and then amen, let's get to work. But yeah, I pray all the time. I pray at least 3 to 5 times a day.
Straight up. I feel like maybe you was indirectly influenced by one of your big influences of a rapper. DMX recently passed away. I know you've been vocal about not really being brought up on Southern music, even though living in North Carolina, you was more into like Jay-Z, Nas, and DMX. How much did, DMX's recent passing impact you, and what's your biggest memories of DMX?
DMX was a spiritual person. Growing up, DMX played a big role in my father's life, so being that he played a big role in my father's life, my father played a big role in my life. Like that was who influenced my pop, so that's who influenced me. You get what I'm saying? So like him passing away, like God bless him, but he in a better place. So, we can't think bad. We can't I don't really take death bad. Because at the end of the day, I feel like this here, like what we living on, this hell to me, and afterlife is a better life. So, man, real talk, he in a better place.
What's your favorite DMX album? What's your go-to DMX album?
I'm gonna keep it 100. Growing up, right, as I always like tell people, I never grew up really listening to much other artists. Like all I knew, boom, right? I'm from a place called Syracuse, New York. You might not know much about Syracuse, New York, right? I'm from Syracuse, New York. We grew up listening to stuff called rollers. And what a roller is, we listen to songs like vocal tracks on different beats. So we never, it was never us really knowing the original songs. We literally knew we literally knew the vocal track on a different beat.
Mm-hmm.
So when I moved down south, like I used to hear the original songs and never knew like, yo, like this is not the song that I know. Like this ain't like this. I know this vocal track on a different beat. Like, you know, so boom, like Rough Riders, like that we used to listen to Rough Riders on a whole different beat. Like
Rough Riders.
yeah, so it was crazy. So like, I mean, growing up, man, like you could ask me yo, what's your favorite project from such and such, and I won't be able to tell you. Like I literally only will be able to tell you certain songs. You know, so it's crazy. But yeah, like I said, he was a big influence to my dad. So my dad was a big influence to me. So rest in peace to him.
So talk to me about Syracuse, New York, man. New York being the home of hip hop, obviously, like where it all originated, man. A lot of people might not know about Syracuse. Is it uptown? Is it downtown? Is it gritty? Yeah. How was it growing up there, man? Give us a bit of a tour guide.
I mean, it's gritty. It's gritty, but it's upstate New York. You know what I mean? It's gritty, but it's upstate New York. It ain't, you know, it's the typical hood. Like the hood gonna be the hood. It's cold. It snow a lot. Yeah, I mean, like you name it. I mean, we get all 4 seasons, but when it's snow, it's snow.
So Thank You for Believing is the latest project. I mean, the title is kind of self-explanatory, but you know, coming up over these last few years, have you had much loud doubters around you, and how have you dealt with them if you have had them?
I feel like that was motivation. Like that was motivation. Without love, it would be no hate. You know, it always got to be a opposite. It's always the opposite. So without love, it's gonna be hate. So I look at it as like, you know, everybody can't love you. You know, everybody can't love you. Got to be some hate somewhere. They say if you don't got haters, you ain't popping. But got to be hate somewhere, man. Like, you know, so the doubters, I take it as love. It's honestly love to me. It's just the opposite, because without love, it wouldn't be hate.
Now, people are always debating whether you're a singer, a rapper, singer, what came first. I was looking on your Twitter timeline and you had a tweet where you said, they think I meow because I sing a little bit. I had to say the clean version, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They thought I was meow, you know what I'm saying? How frustrating is it that, you know, people just think that because you're singing and you're with the melodics that you ain't like a real guy, or, you know what I mean, you can't defend yourself?
And one of my songs I say, they think I'm meow because I sing a little bit, but I'm dangerous. You know? So that's what I had said in one of my songs. And honestly, man, like, you know, it ain't really a thing to me, because at the end of the day, like growing up, from what I know, like, you know, just looking back, my perception, like, yo, girls used to love like the people who was that dude was like Tupac and Biggie and all of those people, because they had the swag. Like that's what was cool back in the day to me. So like what is we talking about? Like everything we do should be for women. So like, you know what I mean? It's like, if they consider me to be a singer, right, I wouldn't even care, because it's like, that's what girls like. Like whatever girls like, man, that's what I am. Like that's cool. Like I ain't never did nothing for y'all. I ain't never do nothing for the dudes. But shout out to the dudes, because I mean, at the end of the day, you still gotta, sometimes you gotta tap into that market, because at the end of the day, I'm still a dude. Like, you know what I mean? So I ain't, like, I got some of everything. You know, you got some people that hate and won't want to hear that, and then you got, you know, people that's gonna accept that. Like, you know, like I say, love come with hate.
Now let's talk about this song "Shop" with the baby. You got the line where you say, "I take a brother." I gotta say the clean version. I take a brother life before I take a chick to shop. I mean, these are pretty like direct, straight, harsh lines, Toosii. What do you want people to take from that line and this song?
Man, honestly, what I want them to take from that is I ain't no trick. Like I don't just spin on girls. Like, feel me? Like that's all that mean. Like, before I ever take a girl shopping, like I'll do this first. Like, you tripping. Like, yeah, so I don't do that. Only person I take shopping is my nieces, my mom, my sisters, and my girl.
No ladies ain't running no game on you. Now, I know that you got a nice place, man. You got a 5-bedroom house, and you got a big female fan base, Toosii. You know what I'm saying? A lot of females are very interested in you. How do you manage to dodge the groupies and stay focused on your music? Because I'm sure that many of your female fans or many ladies right about now would like to inhabit that place with you, man. How do you dodge the groupies and choose the right woman, being a young man with such status?
Honestly, man, I got a girl now, so being that I got a girl, like, I mean, and I ain't really focused on nobody else. Like she got all my attention. So being that she got all my attention, like I was raised to, take care of the woman that you with and love her. So man, I don't know nothing else. All I know is take care of her. But I still love my female fans. Like we for lifers.
So how hard was it for you to find the right woman, knowing that, there's a lot of gold diggers out there, man, and like, they might be interested in you for the wrong reasons?
Nah, it wasn't hard. Like the girl that, funny story, right? The girl that I'm with right now, is the girl I've been wanting like since I was in high school. Like
straight.
She had a boyfriend back in high school. I still used to try to talk to her. I used to flirt with her and stuff. Her boyfriend ain't used to like me. I used to be like, yo, listen, when they break up, she gonna, like, you ever meet a person like, like, man, we gonna be together someday. Like,
jeez, I hear you still.
Man, what? So as soon as they broke up, I'm like, yo, like, cause my homeboy date her friend. Man, I used to always tell my homeboy, like, man, tell Mel, like, put me on with her, bro. Like, put me on with her here. Man, she ain't used to want me. She used to have a boyfriend. They finally broke up. Boom, I got on the phone with her one day. It was her birthday coming up. I'm like, what type of stuff you like? Like, what you like? Boom. I already knew what type of stuff she like, cause I know you like, I want you to think I don't know you, crazy. So boom. She telling me, her birthday July 28th. I'm like, all right, bet I got you. Boom. Birthday come up. I go to the store. I buy her like, she like Jordan 1s. I buy her some Jordan 1s and I buy her some other stuff. Now, like I said, I don't trick, but I like this girl. Like, I never really liked no girl. I like this girl. Like, so boom, I bet. Couple months go by, we talking. Valentine's Day come up a couple months ago. I asked her to be my girlfriend. Like, I got this big boat. I bought her a 1-in-1 exclusive Louis Vuitton purse. Like, only one of them in the U.S. I did a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I went all out. I got a big boat, private chef.
You sound like an old romantic, and you sound very much in love, Toosii.
Hey, listen, that's my baby, man. That's my baby, bro. I don't play about her. Hey, but the blessing though, my fans love her. You know what I mean? My fans love her. And even though I got a strong female demographic, it's hard to get, like, at first they didn't like her. But like, it came to a point where like, yo, y'all just got to accept her because she's not going nowhere.
In a recent conversation that I had with DDG, he was saying that being a rapper in the US right now is one of the most dangerous jobs in America. I mean, we've seen over the last few years many artists getting murdered. You know what I'm saying? It's been a rise over the last few years. What's your response to comments like that, man? Do you feel like, you have to have security at the moment? Do you feel like it's quite dangerous being a rapper or a rap-esque artist at the moment in America?
Yeah, most definitely is dangerous. But like, you just got to know how to move. Like, you got to know certain things that you can do and can't do. I mean, it's nice to have security. Like, not nice to have security, but you should always have security. You should always have security. At the end of the day, it's just, some people don't want to pay for it. But at the end of the day, what is your life worth? You got to ask yourself that.
Some artists feel like they appear to be soft if they have security. That's why they don't have security, and then obviously they put themselves at risk. You know what I mean?
That don't make you soft. Like, the way you got to think of it as, boom, he could legally hurt somebody. If I hurt somebody, I'm gonna catch a case. I'm cool with that. Nah, I'm gonna let you hurt somebody legally if they play with me. I ain't got to do nothing. Less energy for me, less stress for me. Go ahead. Yeah, for sure.
Now, I've got a question for you, man. I've got a question. If you could pursue any goal you want right now, what would that be? What's holding you back? You know where I got that from, right?
Yeah, yeah, I see that. And I'm a dig into that. I'm what I was looking for too. So with me, if I had one goal that I could pursue, it would be going number one. What's holding me back? Nothing at all. My long-term ambitions is I want to get Grammys. I want Grammys, and after Grammys, after I get my Grammys and stuff like that, man, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna go into real estate. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I
You'll
want.
live behind this music thing when you get your Grammys. That's it. Simple.
Yeah, you gotta have steps. You know, it's steps in life. You know what I mean? So after music, I'm going straight into real estate. I could do real estate while I do.
You
music,
ain't trying to be a rock star. You ain't trying to be like an artist that's putting out 10 albums or anything like that. No.
Nah, I'm gonna put out albums, but I ain't trying to be all that, man. I make music because it make me happy. I got set up for the bigger picture, you know. So after music, I'm gonna go into real estate.
So before people press play on the latest project, what do you feel like they should expect from it, man?
Something different. This project definitely sounded a lot more mainstream. Not really like, I wouldn't even say mainstream. It sounded like me, but more professional. Not as much of the auto-tune, more a bigger genre base, like R&B, hip hop, man, just everything. It got everything. Like, just I can't even tell you what they expect. You just gotta listen.
Well, listen, man, we've had a great conversation today. My interviews are hotter with Toosii.
SK Vibemaker.